Yo, what is poppin'? It's your boy Whiteout, and I wanted to get into some other kind of Ren collab type deal. So this one is with Token, which I actually have heard of Token. I've heard of some of the rap stuff he's done before. I haven't seen any of his new stuff, so I'm really excited to see if he's still rapping or what's going on with him. I think I can't even tell you the last song. Like I can't tell you the name. It's just been that long. I think back when I was into high school is when I like first heard of him, and I just never really stuck to it. But we're going to lock in for some Token and Ren today. Right off the bat, it says, "We are products of what we see," which I wonder if this is going to be deep. The song is called "What Does Your Love Look Like?" And we're products of what we see. So let's see what happens. All right, let's log in.
I'm not right for you.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
Right
just
in.
what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
Okay.
As much as I do want to love you, I feel like we're speaking two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigated, so that's the environment we feel safer when you thought.
Ooh. Oh, did you hear that line? Did that slip by you? Your house had a gate and my house had instigate in it. Instigating? That's a fire line.
Two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigated, so that's the
Yeah.
environment we feel
That's
safer
fire.
when you thought it was crazy how long that it took me to tell you I love you. Like that was the weirdest. I only heard dad say I love you with mom in the room when he went back to singing his lyrics. So how could you blame me? Cause you always choose to. You always choose to. You wanna know where I be at all the time, but that's not what I'm used to. Not what I'm used to. You knew when your dad was at work or he's home when he's taking the load off. Taking the load off. I didn't know where until 1:24 the day I got that phone call. And I let the phone drop. I'm trying to be my best to be a gentleman. I'm trying to learn. I never had the chance. I still look to my manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up afraid to find a letter on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back and cry. But I gotta tell you why. I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we?
Yeah, I can't change. You try to change me, I try to change you. It's like growing up and like finding somebody and then like, having such different paths growing up, you don't understand, and like you try to show them how you live, and then they try to show you how they live, and there's just like this constant battle of like back and forth between the two. That's a lot of, I think, struggles that maybe some relationships have, at least, where it's like some people grow up and they have both parents in the family. They have one parents in the family. They grow up with a lot of money. They grow up with not a lot of money. They grow up, saying certain things, and other people grow up not saying certain things. And it's like you get this constant back and forth, and it becomes a battle of like, I'm used to this. I've been shown this my whole life, and you have this. I don't understand it. And I think that's what Token's kind of rapping in on, which is sick.
I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
I'm not right for you, but I won't get up and leave. Cause I hate the pain that is colour my veins, that is present in solitary. What does your love look like? Does it look black and white? Is it your kryptonite? Do all your demons get louder at night and the voices get softened when we're intertwined? I've been going to therapy lately, cause
Ooh, wait, hold on. Right here.
demons get louder at night and the does it look black and white? Is it your kryptonite? Do all your demons get louder at night and the voices get softened when we're intertwined?
Ooh, do all of the demons get louder at night and your voice softens when we're intertwined? I think that is a struggle a lot of people end up having in kind of relationships where it's like you argue and have these fights and you have these disagreements. And this might not be a part of it, but like I feel like this is what he's trying to say is like you have these arguments with like a relationship and it dwells on you, and when you're sitting there like alone at night and you aren't seeing them, all these like bad thoughts, even if you're not fighting, kind of creep in and they kind of like attack your little brain up here. And then when you're together, it's kind of like you push those aside, or you don't think of them because you're in the moment. So it's like two different sides. Like in reality, like if you think about it, I don't know if anybody like relates to that at all, but like, you could sit there and you could maybe doubt, or you could maybe be thinking that there's some stuff going on behind your back. And But when you're with that person, it's like all those thoughts just fly out the window because you kind of want to spend that time with them. Yeah, I think that's what he means, but at the same time, that's kind of how I interpreted it. So I don't know.
Your kryptonite. Do all your demons get louder at night, and the voices get softened when we're intertwined. I've been going to therapy lately, cause the cause and effect made me hate the way that I feel when the loving gets real, cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that paints me. Pressure of safety, pressures of promises that turn to maybes, pressure of bravely moving in the same direction. The pressure been driving me crazy. So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was a kid. And just like that, all my thoughts raced back to a Welsh town, 96. My mother was crying, my father was screaming and shouting, denying the sin of deceiving and cheating and lying. The weeds are uprooted, the garden is dying, but still she forgives. This cycle repeats, every night I try to sleep, hearing the screams through concrete, mothering peace, a vision of love, a lesson that fused with the cells in my blood, a lesson that taught me that love ain't enough and that love can be porcelain when times get tough. Flash forward 5 years later, sitting in the passenger seat of my dad's car with my maker. My dad looked shaken, turned to face him, the words that he spoke cutthroat like razor. He said, Ren, sometimes love can be complicated, navigating a world that we co-created, and I've made mistakes, but I will love you daily. And just like that, it's just me, my mum and my sis. The stress left mum disabled for a bit. I grew up fast then, cause I gotta be a new Ren. Strong for my sis and my mum at a loose end. Confused but moving through the confusion, when all new love feels fake like what does your love look like? Does it tear your inside? Does it keep you up at night? My brother. Does it make you feel like a fist in the windpipe? Suffocate the feeling of what love's meant to feel like. Navigating you, but I'm still not quite right. One night stand, make the pain stop one night. One more heart to the blade of my cold night. What does your love look like?
So they're both kind of going back and forth. It's kind of like the vibe of two friends opening up to each other. Like they're sitting there, they're writing the song. Like that's what like I'm interpreted as. Is he's sitting there playing guitar, he's sitting there writing the song, and Token gives his backstory, Ren gives his backstory, but they end up in the same position where they're like, but what does your love look like? You know, what does your love look like? And like Token said, you know, I tried to change, you tried to change, but we never change, or however you said it. I'm probably misquoting, but it's on that kind of context where it's like, you know, they're kind of giving each other their backstories. It's kind of like, you know, you're sitting there with your homeboy at like a late night or whatever, and you guys are kind of just chilling, vibing, whether it's on a game or like at a fire or like, you know, doing whatever, just kind of opening up to each other, just chit chatting. And it's like kind of giving me that vibe. And like how kind of Ren was saying, like, you know, it kind of all lines up to like then his finally, like, you know, his dad leaves and then he has to be, you know, that hard, going fast, you know, it can't stop, you know, growing into an adult quicker than probably he was supposed to, just so he could help support his family. And like they're kind of showing both sides of that and then asking kind of like what their love looks like what the other person's love looks like. Not like each other, I don't think. I think they're more trying to say like a significant other type of feel. I like this one. This one's good.
You realize how hard that I work and you told me you feel for me. If I lost all my motivation tomorrow, would you still love me?
Oh.
It's easy to love when I'm up, when I'm down and you leaving. You can't even give me an answer cause you never seen it, and that's why it's hard to believe it. If you need help but I'm too far away, is it over for you? Maybe I'm just not the person for you, even though I still could be the soul for you. Right. Maybe we are meant to be together, but our history got in the way. Your trust issues, my fear issues, too many issues at play. You yell fast, I get quiet, you wanna see more passion. I've seen what real yelling can lead to, so no, I don't have it. I grew up afraid to see holes in the wall in a room that was locked from inside. I promise I'm used to it all. You don't gotta ever hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why I'm not.
Okay, I'm starting to like get a little bit more in where he's over here and he's kind of rapping and doing all his stuff, and what he's saying is like, you know, he's like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like what I saw. I don't want to do all this kind of stuff. But in a subtle way, he's still doing it, and it shows it. Like it shows. I'm assuming it's like the father figure, where he's coming in and he's seeing what would be his mom upset, and he's just like, I don't want to bother her though. I don't want to pry. I don't want to push. I don't want to do this, right? And he comes over and he goes, I saw what prying happened. Like I saw what happened when he pried and they fought, and you know the holes in the wall and everything. And so he's like slowly he's trying to do it in a different way and be a better version, but at the same time it's leading to the same separation. That's at least that's what I'm picking up off of it. I like that concept a lot.
Don't have it. I grew up afraid to see holes in a wall in a room that was locked from inside. I promise I'm used to it all. You don't gotta ever hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why. I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
That was a really good song. That was a really good song. This is the first one I've ever seen that isn't, I think, just like this is like produced and made by somebody else and Ren is a feature on it. Cause I think all the ones with him and Chinchilla was the feature, which it doesn't really matter. They both, make amazing music. It's just like, seeing the collaborations are cool. But this was definitely an interesting one. I really vibe with the topic of it, where it's kind of like, the struggles of trying to be a better person for a relationship and stuff. I mess with that, definitely. Token stuff's pretty good too. Like I said, I haven't listened to any of his new stuff for probably a long time, so I wonder what his stuff is. If you guys want to go check some of that out, we definitely can. But absolute W video right here. That was solid. And dude, just everything about it is just solid. I like this one. I like this one too. I keep saying I like this one, but I mean that's what I have to say. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, make sure you absolutely smash that like button. And honestly, it's pretty cringy if you guys haven't. I mean, I'm not upset at you, but come on, what we doing here? What we doing here? It's okay. It's okay. It can be fixed. Don't be discouraged. It can be fixed. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button, because if you haven't, what are you doing, bro? Just subscribe, join the Whiteout Army. Thank you guys, though, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.